Welcome back, everybody. My name is Bobby, and on this episode of Bob's Jobs, our special guest is Gabrielle Stanford, an Emmy-nominated makeup artist and business owner.
Hi, Bobby. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Me too. So you're actually going to a shoot right now. Like you're about to go
I
on.
am.
Oh my God, really?
I am.
I That is so cool. So I like on TV and everything. It's just so cool knowing that anybody in the whole entire world can see that.
I know it is. It's amazing. Every time I see it on television, or say, for instance, I'm out and about somewhere and they have the news station on and I actually see my work, it's always like, whoa, this is mind blowing.
But before we get started, we got a few experiments to do. But before we do
Okay.
those, I got a question for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Has anybody ever coughed, sneezed, or moved crazy while you were working and messed up your work?
Yes.
Oh my, whoa, that's so crazy. Like, you must be like, I need you to sit still right now. Just please sit still.
Yeah, so like the first time it happened, I remember kind of panicking. And over time, I've gotten better with it, like with experience, as far as like being able to control my face or not making it as bad as it is. But when I see somebody get ready to like sneeze, if their eyes go like this, or if their nose starts to twitch, little things, their eyes starts to water, I kind of step back and move my hand back just to allow them to do whatever it is they're about to do so that we don't even have to go through the process of cleaning up the makeup.
So, now to everybody who's watching, now that we can see that mistakes do happen, let's learn how to avoid them on paper first. Last question, and then we'll get to the experiment because I'm sure y'all are
Okay.
excited for it. I always see makeup artists like tapping faces really, really lightly. How come you can't just smear it on really fast and then just like go ahead and neaten it up?
Because it's easier, right, to apply more versus taking application off. It's easier to add layers, and so you do thin, light layers versus doing heavy and then having to go and take it off.
So, of course, my mom, whenever I'm baking a cake, she says, I think that you should, if it's like not like precise about what ingredient you should do, you should always add a little bit less than what it says to, because you can always add more, but you can't take away.
Perfect example. That's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's just you gotta be, that's really the way how to be professional, right there.
Hmm.
Okay, so I think I'm ready for our experiment. And
Okay.
you can tell us how to do it, but I think what we need is we're gonna go ahead and need a piece of paper and a dark crayon.
Yes, and a dark crayon. And then you can take the crayon and actually you're going to draw two lines. The first line you're going to draw very heavy. Go ahead and press on the paper and give us a
Got it.
yep. Let me see.
This is my line.
There you go. Okay. Now I can see it. Okay. So you see, take your finger,
Okay.
and I actually want you to move the product around, move the crayon around. Can you move the crayon around?
No, okay, it kind of just smudged.
Smudges just a little bit.
It doesn't
Exactly.
go away.
Okay, now draw another line and do it really lightly.
Okay, just like that. Okay, you can see it right there. Oh, you can't even see it. So
Yeah,
like,
you can't see it. You can't see it. You can just, it's very faint. But take your finger also and go over that. Let's just see something.
ooh, it rubbed away.
Okay, so it didn't rub all the way away, right? But you see that it does, you can see where some of the crayon started to move. Versus that darker line, the crayon didn't move at all, it just smudged. So if you do light application first and then continue to just add on top of it, then you will be able to have more control over the product. If you need to move things around, you can.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Thank you, Miss Gabby. That was such a good experiment to explain why it's better to do things light and add more on than to do everything dark at the same time.
Agreed. I definitely agree.
So, since you're like a really, really professional makeup artist, did you have to go to school or college to be able to get this good?
So honestly, I started learning about makeup prior to me going to a professional school for makeup. And then later on, I transferred and I went to International School of Skin and Nail Care, and I obtained a license for aesthetics. And that is where you learn about skin, you learn about skincare, and you also learn how to do makeup. But I learned more skincare than actual makeup. Makeup has just come with time and experience.
If I get this right, skincare, makeup, face paint, they all have to do with faces and making your face look good, but they are entirely different and include different things, need different props and different things like that, right?
Yes, they are entirely different. And also, right, what the primer that you have to use prior to putting them on is different. So the way that the application sticks to your face or what you need to make it stick and last long or longer, then you have to use that.
What is primer?
Primer is what you use to for the base of your makeup to have it stay, but it also controls the oil and gives a barrier between your skin and the actual makeup.
And I'm sure that that kind of helps the makeup stay on whenever you're going to a concert or a party and you're moving around.
Yes, and it keeps you protected from your natural oils. So like just you sweating throughout the day or walking, you're gonna make natural oils and it protects your skin from that.
So speaking of makeup and like making it perfect and everything, I see that doing makeup takes like a lot of blending and perfection and stuff like that. But whenever I try to blend with whether it's with makeup or even just on a piece of paper with my paint, it always just like kind of looks like stripes and things. Like, what are some tips? And this is our next experiment, but what are some tips that we could do for our like to help mix?
Okay, so I brought this really cool palette that I want you guys to see, and it has some really amazing colors. So, a easy way to talk about blending is by using color. Do you have two color pencils?
Yes, I've got a blue and red color pencil right here. I've got some
Okay,
paper. Same
and
paper.
paper, same paper. And do you have a Q-tip?
Yes, ma'am. Right
Okay,
here.
so most times we use a brush, but for this we want to use a Q-tip so that you can actually be able to move the pencil around, okay? I want you to draw two squares beside each other side by side.
Okay.
I want you to let them touch and the like lightly touch.
Okay, and one of them is blue and one of them is red, right?
One of them is blue and one of them is red.
Okay, so almost done and got it. So it should look like this. I did a little bit of shading at the edge so that way the colors are touching.
Okay, good. So where you did that shading is where we're gonna actually blend so we can get the blending together, right? So we're gonna do two techniques. The first technique we're gonna use, I'm gonna use my brush. I'm gonna act, okay? So the first technique we're gonna use is we're gonna go like we're a windshield wiper. We're gonna swipe back and forth, but you're gonna do it lightly, right in the middle where those two colors meet, okay? Back and forth like a windshield wiper, like this way, right to left, right to left, right to left,
Right to left. It could be a song. I would totally
right
sing that in
to
my
left,
shower.
right to left, right to left,
Oh,
right
it's
to
already making some purple. You can see on the tip of the tip. It's already
left.
making some purple.
Okay, so keep going. Okay, and then let me show you this other technique. Let me see how good you did so far. Okay, good. Okay, so now to make that even more blended, right? You're gonna take your Q-tip, the same side, and you're gonna go in small circular motions like this.
Circle motions.
Small,
Oh, that works so
small,
much.
small, small, small.
The tip of my brush is purple now.
Oh, it is.
Purple.
That means you blended.
Oh, that works so much. And like you could even do that for other techniques, whether it's even drawing sometimes as well. I'm like that could work too. So I'm blend. So remember that up and down gently and also in circles.
Remember, left to right, left to right,
Yeah, left to right, left to right.
left to right, left to right. Okay, and then also small circles.
And the more that you practice these experiments on paper, the better you'll get at doing the actual things on your face or other people's face. Has anybody ever asked to shadow you? And to the people who don't know, shadow means to follow somebody around so that you can like see what they do.
Yes, I've had a couple of people shadow me, And then I've also had a couple of people to do interns with me.
What is an intern?
Intern is like a level up from following. So that's like, I'm interested in what you do. I want to kind of get my hands wet and see if I can do it too. I want to go with you day to day and see if that would be something I would be interested in.
Oh, maybe one day I can shadow you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we can set that up.
Do you think that's a good way to learn?
I do think that's a great way to learn. I think that way, and I really believe practicing
Yep, practice makes perfect. That sentence is so true.
every time.
So, for our next experiment, I'm going to bring my paper back, but I'm going to get a new sheet, or you can just use the back this time. And I'm going to go ahead and have a pencil. And I think that's all we need. So, what should I do?
For this experiment, this is going to talk about like contouring and what contouring and highlighting is, right? So when you think about makeup, makeup is really the reflection of color. So what areas on your face do you want to stick out the most? What areas on your face do you want to kind of hide and pull back in the shadow? That's what makeup is. So your contour is your hide and pull back in the shadow, and your highlight is what you do to stand out, right? So for this experiment, you're gonna draw a circle.
Okay.
Let's see that circle.
Okay, this is my circle.
Okay, and do you see at the bottom where of your circle where that line from the other side of the paper is showing through? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually want you to shade that bottom part of the circle lightly. Not too heavy, just the bottom part.
You got to do like the light crayon, not like the heavy, big old line that looks like a.
Yeah.
We don't want it to be a mustache. We just want it to be a little bit of facial hair.
You
Okay.
got it?
I think this is what it's supposed to look like.
That is what it's supposed to look like.
It looks
Okay, so
3D.
yeah, like it's coming off the paper. But if you actually go up under, like take your blue pencil and go a little bit up under your circle, a little bit up under the shading where the shading already is, and go towards that back side of your circle. Just a little bit. Oh, yep. Okay, come back. Do it a little bit more. You see under that under where the
Yeah.
actual light is? Yep, do it just a little bit more.
Whole circle is. Okay, that makes sense. It look like this.
Yes.
Just like it looks so 3D.
That's perfect. You did a great job. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Set my paper down.
If you wanted to take it to the next level, you can always take that Q-tip and just blend it on in.
What do you like do to hide something opposed to like highlighting something?
So when you are looking to hide something, then you are making the shade darker. So a lot of times with women, right, we like to hide this part of our neck.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order to hide that, then we make the foundation a tad bit darker under this area and we blend it down.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
so cool. Because like I always see like on cover albums for artists, they're always like, mm.
Yes. And then exactly. And so when you think about poses like this, when you want to really highlight something, so like when you do a silhouette like this, you think about highlighting exactly your nose, the inside of your forehead, the
Your
bottom of your chin, exactly your lips. So you would use lighter colors so that it can make it be pronounced, and so that you can see it.
So you almost like want to make a shadow, like invent a shadow to put on that part.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that we're doing that a little bit with this too. So I'm sure like in drawing and everything, that can be.
Yes.
How does it feel to see somebody feel super duper happy whenever you finish their makeup?
That's the best feeling. It is literally the best feeling when I give someone the mirror and they are excited to be sitting in my artistry. Although they are the canvas, right? For someone to be able to appreciate the way that they look and to feel good after you finish doing their makeup, that is the best feeling.
So, speaking of being in the makeup chair, let's imagine that you're in the makeup chair and 10-year-old you is the artist doing your makeup. What are some tips you would give her?
Ooh, that's good. 10-year-old me is the artist doing my makeup. Be confident.
I
Be
like
confident. Learn as much as you can. Never stop learning. And keep your personality. Be a people's person. Customer service goes a long way. Being nice and kind goes a long way.
That makes so much sense. And I'm sure with that, what I like to say is if you are kind, you can find kind people.
Oh, you attract what you are.
Exactly. That makes so much sense. Thank you.
It does.
Okay, if somebody wanted to follow your journey, where can they find you?
If someone wants to follow my journey, they can follow my journey on Instagram at GOGMUA.
GOGMUA. You know what? I think I'm ready to be a makeup artist now. I'm doing some.
Ooh, yes.
Yep, we gotta. Gotta do some nice and makeup. And next time my mom's like, "Bye, honey, I'm going to work," I'll be like, "Wait, I can do your makeup." Whoosh, and then
Hey,
walk
she's
out.
ready.
Thank you. And thank you to all the people who are watching this right now. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Bob's Job so you can see all of my other amazing interviews with amazing people with amazing jobs. Bye. Thank you.